Welcome to Tiny Spark Creative. I am E, your storyteller. If this is your first video, please join the journey at the beginning with story number 1, Abee's story. And if you're here for story number 10, Polly's story, happy to have you. Before I begin, I wish to set an intention that only the highest vibrations of unconditional love and light of positivity energy are shared during this reading. And with that, let's get started. And apologize if I start to get cold. There's a breeze here and I'm getting a little chilly. Okay. Polly's story. Queen Nisa started this journey when she requested for Abee and Shroomy to help the young girl in peril and close to giving up all hope. You may remember, it was the queen who told them all about the little bird that has long been silent and now no longer spoke. So they set off on their way to a faraway village to meet with the girl who one day made the choice to suddenly quit talking. And you know, it's been more than 2 years since her silence began. But before that, the girl was known for her continuous squawking. Shroomy and Abee began their search by asking some of the villagers a few of their questions. "Don't waste your time talking to Polly. She'll never talk," is what they received, however, as their only suggestions. They did learn that the girl had gone silent soon after her mother died and her father moved them to a new village, and he also remarried. Some blamed her mother's death, the move to their village, or her father's new marriage, for the many reasons given had varied. They met a young boy willing to take them to Polly, who they found sitting all alone surrounded by flowers in a tree-lined beautiful garden. It's Abee who approached to speak to Polly when she apologized for disturbing her solace and asking for her and Shroomy's pardon. Polly tunes out the two newcomers and keeps her gaze focused on a beautiful white and yellow flower. Abee says, "We have traveled from very far away to meet with you, Polly, because we wish to assist and help you with reclaiming your personal power." Abee tells Polly that Shroomy has something in his bag, and it is something that they both wish to share. Shroomy pulls the mirror out from his bag and Abee says, "This mirror projects the absolute truth, Polly, so I suggest that you please beware." Give me 1 second, please. Polly peeks over at the mirror and watches as a story begins to unfold. In the magical mirror's projection, she is going to receive the whole story. You see, it's the story that she normally would have never been told. The mirror reflects a sunny day 2 years in the past, a day when Polly believes she's all alone while whistling and singing an enchanting song. Two girls from her school sneak up to catch a closer look at what they believe are the captivating melodies of a canary, only to discover that they are both so shockingly wrong. The two girls are in disbelief as they find that the beautiful singing that they have followed is coming from none other than their strange new classmate whose name is Polly. And the two appear to grow rather upset and increasingly angry as they watch her singing and dancing in all of her carefree and joyful jolly. The girls begin drowning in jealousy at the sound of Polly's marvelous singing voice, and within each stirs an arising fear and tension. For you see, the girls are now worried that Polly will gain the praise from others, and they cringe at the thought that she might steal away their attention. With both girls' thoughts now birthing from fear and jealousy, they make the decision that immediate action is what they now need to take. And as they continue watching Polly sing in all of her freedom, her singing spirit is what they have identified that they must find some way to break. So they hatch a plan. You see, when Polly speaks, her voice is a bit high-pitched, lacks confidence, and often will chirp and then crack. The two girls are jealous of Polly's beautiful singing, so her speaking voice is what they have chosen to target and attack. The two girls turn to their meanest thoughts and finally arrive that the best way of silencing dear Polly is to bully her the moments just after she spoke. So they poke lots of fun at her speaking voice and get others to laugh too, as if her voice is some sort of a joke. The insensitive ridicule absolutely horrified sweet Polly, and it hurt her to be the subject of all of their target and tease. The pain it caused her to feel in her heart crippled this poor girl, and is ultimately what brought poor little Polly down to her knees. All of the teasing is what led Polly to come to the conclusion that her life might be less painful if she was someone who just didn't speak anymore. She thought if she no longer used her voice to communicate, then she could be someone that the others could lose interest in, making her easy to simply ignore. The mirror switches back, and once again Polly is seen happily singing, triggering her emotions and setting off a heavy flow of some very painful tears. Now breaking her silence, Polly starts speaking her very first words in what has been a little more than 2 years. "I really do love to sing," Polly says tenderly. "I would sing outside in our garden. I sang to the water, the flowers, and the tree made of palm. But mostly," she pauses to clear her throat, "I truly love singing to my amazing, beautiful mom. You see, it was my mother who encouraged me to sing out loud and proud like a happy little songbird. She told me that she loved my singing voice and that her heart's absolute favorite was when I spoke to her by singing every single word." Polly lowers her head and then somberly says, "I know that I let all of the teasing and bullying completely crush my heart, which is what allowed me to just shut myself down. And now I know that when I chose to stop talking and just go silent, well, it wasn't my heart, but in my head where I really began to drown." Abee hugs Polly as Shroomy says to her, "Polly, you are the only one who can make the decision to take back your power and regain your voice, because it's time you learn that your words can also be used to put up boundaries against bullies, so you see going silent is far from your only choice." Abee follows with, "Polly, your actions should never come from an angry or hurtful place. The boundaries we speak of should come from within your heart, which gives you the power to create for yourself your very own safe space." Polly's eyes well with tears as she accepts this understanding and knows in her heart what now must be done. She has learned to forgive herself for choosing this silence and admits that she's ready to take back her sound because not using her voice for so very long is just no longer any fun. Polly approaches a group of classmates along with the 2 girls and announces, "I ask that you all please listen up because I have something important that I wish to say. I have found my voice once again. Yes, my voice is back because I am taking it back on this very day." A hawk. "I now know and understand that I let the meanness of others hurt me, and as a result, I freely gave away my voice along with my very own personal power." She then went on to explain that never again will she allow another's opinion have any control over her, and this took her more than an hour. Polly makes it clear that they all should get accustomed to hearing her talk again, along with her brand new sound, and then she expressed rather firmly, "From this day forward, against teasing and bullying, not just for myself, but for others, I will be standing my ground. And now if you just continue to listen, I have one last thing that I really wish for you to hear me say." And then Polly began to sing a song about her newfound confidence, one that captures the strength and spirit from that day forward that she intends to portray. When the other children hear Polly sing, they all listen and are amazed, and some are a little in shock. For you see, Polly wasn't only teased for her high-pitched and crackling speaking voice. Oh no, some students even chose her silence as something to mock. Polly spoke softly but with firm authority as she speaks her truth and stands so very proud. And when she uses her voice for singing, she's empowered once again and happily discovers that she can sing very loud. Polly thanks Abee and Shroomy for caring enough to pull her out from her very deep and dark depression. And with the return of her love for singing, she is free once again to be herself in all of her loving expression. The classmates and other villagers adore this wonderful girl, who warms and fills their hearts with love each and every time that she sings. The once sad and silent little songbird now uses her voice with strength and confidence because Polly learned to take back her power, and now Polly is a girl who courageously spreads her wings. I love that story. Pebble's perspective. Pebble's very long journey is what brought him to the girl who once made the very heartbreaking choice to shut down and no longer speak. The little bird, already down from her painful loss, allowed the meanness of others to take away her power because she was scared and, let's face it, far too weak. The girl learned that jealousy was involved as the cause and reason that the others stomped on what brought her heart so much joy and jolly. Today, this girl has vowed she will never allow another to control her and uses her voice with confidence, as all in her village have come to appreciate the beautiful tunes of the songbird named Polly. Thank you for joining me for Polly's story number 10, and I invite you to join me in story number 11, Shroomy story. See you there.